In this video, we will study about
Imperative sentences.
in direct and indirect speech. Look at these expressions. Leave my room at once. Be very kind to animals. Never tell a lie. Do not spoil your clothes. Notice one thing, that all these expressions start with a verb. So these are actually the verbs. We put never or not before the verb in negative expressions. So leave my room at once, be very kind to animals, never tell a lie, which is a negative expression, do not spoil your clothes, which is also a negative expression. All these are the examples of imperative sentences. And we know that an imperative sentence is a type of a sentence that expresses some kind of command or an entreaty. There may be some command or some entreaty in form of request, advice, etc. It means that an imperative sentence is about a command that is given by somebody to do something or not to do something. That command may be about fulfilling a specific task, or it may have some type of advice in it. So these examples, they are not having any subject. Number one, there is no subject over here, and the subject, if that is there, that is understood in the form of you. So that is always available, but we don't express or we don't name that. You leave my room at once. You do not spoil your clothes. You be very kind to animals, or you never tell a lie. Means all of these expressions, they do have a subject, but that is not evident. That is something that is hidden. So imperative sentences don't have subject. There is no subject. The imperative sentences, or any imperative sentence, has no subject, as I said. Instead, it begins with a verb and ends with a full stop. Just like an assertive sentence, there is a full stop. So let's take few examples in order to understand the concept. But before that, we should be knowing that we use words like requested, ordered, advised, forbade, asked, directed, urged, and suggested in the reporting speech instead of the expression said to. In place of said to, we use these expressions, or we use these words in reported speech or indirect speech, and they are chosen according to the command or according to the sense that is prevailing. Then we add to before the first verb of the reported speech. So in this case, leave is the first verb, be is the first verb, tell is the first verb, spoil. Means if there are more than one verb, we put to before the first verb. So that is very important factor once again. The manager said to the peon, "Get out of my office." So over here we can see that this expression in the reporting speech, "said to," is in past form, and this is a verb. This is the subject and this one is the object. The peon is object, the manager is subject. Get out of my office. So this is the imperative expression that starts with the verb. So we will convert it into indirect or the reported speech. The manager, look at the tone, "Get out of my office." So there is no suggestion, there is no asking, there is no advice, rather there is an order. So in place of "said to," we have to put order. The manager ordered the peon, and then we put to bridge the reporting and reported speech. So the manager ordered the peon to get. This is the verb, first verb of the reported speech, and it makes it an infinitive, to get. The manager ordered the peon to get out of, and then this "my" is the first person, and we know that according to this pattern, SON pattern, this is first person, and first person is to be changed with the subject of the reporting speech. And if we replace the manager by a pronoun, it will be "he." So we put it into the possessive case. "My" is in possessive case, so we have to put it like this: the manager ordered the peon to get out of his office. So this conjunction "to" is to be used. We don't use that conjunction "that" in imperative sentences once we convert them into reported speech or indirect speech. So this was in order. Then comes direction. I mean, we can direct different people. She said to us, "Keep quiet over here." So "said to" is the verb over here, this is the subject, and "us" is the object. So this reported speech starts with the verb "keep." So this is the verb that makes it imperative sentence. She directed us. So there is some sort of direction. She directed us. Then we write this "to" connect this one to the coming part of the speech, that is reported speech. She directed us to keep quiet over here is shifted to there. We know that once we convert here into indirect, it will be there then. Then there is a period or full stop. She directed us to keep quiet over there. Then we have suggestion. She said to us, "Let the ladies pass first." So this word is quite evident to suggest something, means she is the subject, said to is the verb in past, and us is object. She said to us means she suggested us. She suggested us, and then we put this "to" over here to bridge these two parts of the sentence. She suggested us to let the ladies pass first, and then there is a full stop. Then if we urge something, we want somebody to do something, and we want to urge that person to do that thing, then we will have this example. Father said, "Work hard for the exams, son." So father is there, and he is actually urging his son to work hard, who is not working that much. So he is urging that particular organism. Father urged his son. So this was the subject, and this is the verb, and the object over here is the addressee, that is son. Father urged his son. So this son is actually, this is shifted to this particular point, this one. Work hard for the exams. So father urged his son to work hard for the exams, and then there is a full stop. Then if we want to forbid somebody not to do something, then we use "she said, don't open the window, my son." So this mother is saying, this is the subject and this is the verb. So she forbade, because this "don't" is actually telling us that there is some forbidding activity that is to be stopped. Means she said means she forbade. So this particular part is shifted to forbid. She forbade, and then who is the addressee? Her son. My is first person, it is to be changed with the subject, that is and this is in possessive case. So her son, she forbade her son, so this is also done, to open the window. We don't use not to open the window. If we put she told her son or ordered her son not to open the window, that is also correct. But if we write this forbade, so forbade means you are actually stopping somebody from doing something. So don't, the meaning of or the sense of don't or negative sense, that is shifted to forbade. So after that it will be a positive. She forbade her son to open the window, but overall sense remains negative. Then there is an advice, a piece of advice. The teacher said to the student, be cautious. So be cautious is actually, the teacher is subject over here, and said to is the verb, and the student is the object, and this teacher is actually cautioning the student from doing something. So the teacher advised, in place of said to we are putting advised. The teacher advised the student, and then this is the bridging conjunction to be careful or to be cautious. And the last one is a request. The beggar said, the rich man, help me please. Over here, beggar is the subject, and said, we may write to over here, this is the verb, and the rich man is the object. So the beggar is actually asking for help, and this word is telling us that there is some request. Please word is telling us. The beggar requested the rich man to, and then we put to, help, and me is first person, and it is to be changed with the subject. But this is in objective case, so we'll convert the, we know that we use he in place of beggar as a pronoun, so this is to be converted into the objective case, that is him.